differently.
Na sasa hivi tumeingia, unaniambia iko tayari. Sasa tukae hapa tugoje paka zive.
Mambo ya chakula, mambo ya nini hapana kuja kuzungumzia hapa. Endeni huko kwa jikoni mwende mzungumzie huko mumani. Wewe kwanza ni kazi yako katika hii nyumba. Kutengeneza ya kwamba asubuhi chakula itatengenezwa namna hii, ipelekwe namna hii, ifike saa ngapi, itengenezwe saa ngapi. Wewe unatoka tu namna hii wewe kwenda tu. Wewe napeana vitu yangu namna hii. Kama mimi nakamato wewe namna hii. Wewe tutasikia siku moja wewe napigwa mangumi na randaranda kwa kichwa yako namna hiyo. Nani amekwambia hiyo?
Kaya musha. It is always a good time on Bridge over Congo.
Catch us every Saturday from 10 p.m. till midnight.
Join me, the Rumba Supreme Leader, the Grand Ayatollah Simeon Mfumu Kimbango and
Winnie Marie Jose, Bridge over Congo.
Mungu esilaka na nzungu te kasi elengia Mungu esilaka na
Chumvi huyeyuka chunguni lakini ladha yake hubakia.
Good evening and welcome to Easy Friday on this 26th of December. As the holiday calm settles in, the country's political temperature is anything but relaxed. Tonight, questions are being raised about the future of Kenya's electoral process, with talk of a possible referendum now taking center stage. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi is warning that failure to review constituency boundaries could derail preparations for the 2027 general election. We'll unpack what that means, why it matters now, and the political implications ahead. And as always on Easy Friday, we won't be all politics. We'll also bring you the latest from the world of sports as teams and athletes wrap up the year in action. But fast things fast, here are the highlights.
There is a beckoning reality that 2027 is a referendum moment.
A referendum in the offing? Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi says failure to review boundaries could derail the 2027 general elections. Securing the Kerio Valley. Training colleges for police and military are to be put up. And Christmas-induced migration leaves Nairobi's streets deserted. Welcome, this is Easy Friday. My name is Caren Kibbett and our sign language interpreter this evening is Byron Abuli. Now, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi says there is a possibility that the 2027 general election could be nullified even before it starts. Speaking at the 46th Logoli Cultural Festival in Vihiga County, Mudavadi said the country is facing a major legal crisis after failing to comply with constitutional provisions on boundary delimitation and for nullifying a 2019 census in Wajir, Garissa and Mandera counties. Mudavadi argues that this will taint the proceedings and calls on Kenyans to embrace a referendum to address the legal loopholes that will affect the exercise if not addressed. As Abdiaziz Hashim tells us, Mudavadi says the polls could face legal hurdles that could see the country depart from the long-held tradition of holding elections every 5 years.
The Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has reignited the referendum debate that will see tongues wagging in the political circles.
There is a beckoning reality that 2027 is a referendum moment. Allow me to state, without fear of contradiction, that there is an imperative need for a constitutional review 15 years after the promulgation of the 2010 Katiba.
It is at the 46th Logoli Cultural Festival in Vihiga County, where the Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary hinted of a possible nullification of the 2027 general election even before it starts.
I must speak the truth about a looming constitutional storm. As a country, we are staring at a massive legal crisis where the 2027 election could be nullified before it even begins.
Mudavadi argues that without a boundaries delimitation that was set to be conducted in March 2024, constituencies and wards that have seen an increase in population will not be adequately represented in the said exercise 20 months down the line.
Our 2010 Constitution demands boundaries review every 8 to 12 years. Our deadline was March 6, 2024. We have passed it. We are now in a period of constitutional non-compliance. Here is the catch. You cannot have a boundary review without a valid national census.
Mudavadi also notes that the nullification of the 2019 census in Mandera, Wajir and Garissa by the High Court could taint the exercise.
The census deadlock here is that a patchwork census mixing 2019 data with 2026 data is a legal impossibility. There will be no valid population data. Therefore, it means that no valid boundaries, and subsequently, no valid boundaries mean no valid election.
Mudavadi notes that this non-compliance with the 2010 Constitution could breed several legal petitions to the court that could see the country depart from the long-held tradition of holding elections every 5 years.
Having noted that legal landmines that may hinder the delivery of the 2027 general elections and risk the nation departing from our long-held tradition of holding elections every 5 years, allow me to also bring forth more reasons for a beckoning reality that 2027 is a referendum moment.
He says that the country is ripe for a constitutional moment in the 2027 general election to remedy the legal loopholes facing the exercise.
We must entrench the NG-CDF, that is the CDF, in the Constitution, so courts can never again threaten the bursaries of our children. For a unified face of Kenya in government, we must formalize the office of the Prime Minister and the leader of the official opposition to ensure that every region sees its face in the mirror of government. On the same breath, fellow citizens, allow me to mention that a referendum in 2027 will give us an opportunity to completely solve the riddle of the two-thirds gender.
He at the same time called on the Western region to back the administration for another term to deliver on their pledges to the region.
That President Ruto is the captain we need to navigate this storm. I urge the entire Mulembe nation and all Kenyans Let us stand with President William Ruto for 2027.
Leaders from the region stated that the recent outcome of the Malava by-election that saw UDA's David Ndakwa victory signifies that the region is not entertaining empty rhetoric but welcomes development to spark growth in the region. Abdiaziz Hashim for Easy Friday.
Thank you, Hashim, for that report. Moving on, the government has reiterated its commitment to restore a lasting peace in the North Rift region. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen, while attributing the tranquility being witnessed in the area to cooperation between the community and the security agencies, he restated that training colleges for both the National Police Service and the Kenya Defence Forces will be established within the area.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen and his family joined the Mbobut community of Marakwet, East Sub-County, Nisom County of Elgeyo Marakwet, to mark the Boxing Day and give thanks to God for his abundant blessings. He took the opportunity to commend members of the community for their cooperation with the government in the restoration of peace and tranquility in the Kerio Valley region, saying residents were able this year to enjoy the Christmas festivities in peace.
Ile kazi askari wetu wamefanya hainge succeed kama wananchi hawangekuwa katikati. Nyinyi ndio mmetoa ujumbe, nyinyi ndio mmetoa habari, nyinyi mmekata kauli na mliamua kwa kauli moja kwamba hamtaki bunduki tena igilie katikati ya wananchi.
The CS reiterated the government's plans to establish training colleges for both the National Police Service and the Kenya Defence Forces within the area.
Badala ya kwenda Kiganjo penye ni mahali nzuri, tumeleta sasa, rais ameniambia, hata aliniambia jana jioni, kwamba niende sasa kufanya baraza huko Baringo, kufanya baraza Marakwet na Pokot, walete shamba mwaka kesho tuanze training college ya police na ya army kwa hii Kerio Valley.
He further eyed the residents to conserve the Mbobut forest, which is a critical water catchment in the area, and promised that the government will distribute avocado, coffee and fruit tree seedlings to the area residents.
Hakuna mtu atakubaliwa kwenda kujenga nyumba na kulima shamba inside Mbobut forest kama watu wa Mbobut, na tumekubaliana hiyo.
Tens of people died during the recently witnessed devastating landslides in the area. Tilio Marco for Easy Friday.
Now, after a buzzing day filled with Christmas activities at the capital's Central Business District, a spot check by KBC Channel 1 on this Boxing Day revealed that most of the busy areas remained deserted with just a few revelers. Roads that in the days leading to Christmas Day experienced rare traffic jams remained clear as businesses also recorded low profits today.
For most road users today, a drive inside Nairobi's CBD was an easy and perhaps enjoyable activity. The Globe roundabout, where traffic snarl-up is a normal occurrence and mostly a nuisance, today remained very clear.
Leo watu ni wachache tao. Sika jana nayo kulikuwa congestion mingi hadi design hata kupiga picha ilikuwa bado sengine tu ngori.
Leo I think watu wamekuwa busy ama jana wamekula sana wamelala labda. Sijui labda wamelala leo lakini I hope watarudi tao.
During the evening hours of the day when we did the spot check, Moi Avenue is usually often a long parking lot literally. Today, however, it was all clear with just a few shops open. The usually busy Kenya National Archives area was almost empty with only a few activities going on. Mostly by merrymakers engaging in capturing memories of the festive season from city photographers who say the profits have gone down today compared to yesterday.
Jana na imekuwa siku fiti. Jana leo tumevuna si uongo. Jana watu wametoboka. Lakini pia leo unajua leo tunaokota yenye walibakisha jana. Tuone vile itakuwa sasa vile tutavuka mwaka tukiwa sasa.
Kazi jana haikuwa mbaya kulingana na leo, lakini pia leo si mbaya sana. Tunapambana tu. Lakini jana watu wamekuwa wengi wa crowded tao. Sijui labda wamelala leo lakini watarudi taoni.
A few meters away at the railway's roundabout, a few vehicles were spotted having an easy time on a spot that often drives motorists to their waits, besides the minutes on end taken just to go through. Nearby, PSVs that passengers used to scramble for were conversely parked, queuing and patiently waiting for passengers who seemed to just trickle in. The often densely populated OTC and bus station areas too, quite a few people compared to other days, and the roads were clear too. It was the same scenario at the tea room stage, even though they still transported some travelers.
Difference ya leo na jana kulikuwa na movement but kazi haikuwa ina move. But leo at least watu wanashughulika, holiday inaendelea ikipungua, so tunangoja New Year.
Leo tunaona kuna usafiri compared to yesterday on Christmas Day. Jana wengi walikuwa likizo, hatukuwa na usafiri sana. Hata magari yalienda jana yalikuwa kidogo compared to leo.
The Uhuru Highway stretch was a smooth ride for motorists, with only a slowing down or pause to observe the right-of-way rule at the roundabouts. This state of affairs is likely to remain so for the few remaining days of 2025. Kamchemenza for Easy Friday.
Thank you, Kamchemenza, for that report. Now it's Christmas, and the Nairobi skyline has once again come alive, as it always does this time of the year. From shopping malls to some of the city's landmarks, the capital is dazzling under the festive mood. Yusuf Farah went to the very streets to sample some of the best sights and sounds of the city under the sun and filed the following report.
During the day, it's a city that goes on about its business with little to offer in terms of an optical buffet. But the setting of the sun paves way for something beautiful. Like a sleeping giant, the city awakens. Vibrant decorations illuminate the Nairobi skyline. This year, the capital centre, located along Mombasa Road, went big with its annual display. Often picture shy, this one time you can snap as many times as you can, all in the spirit of Christmas.
Oh my God, it psychs it up and the feeling of Christmas kicks in. With my kids, but wako tu mahali wanacheza huko nje.
I feel amazing, I feel joyful, I feel so lovely so that I can come here maybe to take photos with my kids and enjoy the Christmas.
Yatufanya hata tuhisi vizuri, naingia kwa mall, kununua, kufanya nini. Hata ukifika kwa nyumba kama bado una kitu pia unakumbuka vile mall imekuwa, at least pia unarudi.
At the Imara Mall, its beauty is all around, with plenty to see whether you are on the expressway or curious to venture inside the majestic mall located along Mombasa Road. It's all about combining work and play. Driving along the Nairobi Expressway treats you to a unique view of the cityscape, with iconic buildings like the KICC adding to the festive mood with the lights adorning its exterior. Midway along Kenya's premier transport route, you begin to realize that no one wanted to be left behind. Not this year. The city skyline is invitingly appealing. Shoppers and residents alike are sending their holiday greetings and messages of peace and love.
I'm wishing them a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. May 2026 be so good to us. Yeah?
I'll tell them to have a good health. They should have good health, enjoy their Christmas and take care.
This year, Nairobi appears to have come prepared, all in the spirit of Christmas and the New Year.
Kenya's capital city is definitely showing off, and if the lightworks and the decorations are anything to go by this year, it only promises to get bigger and better in the years to come. My name is Yusuf Farah, reporting for KBC Channel 1. happy holidays, enjoy your festivities.
Thank you much, Farah. Happy holidays to you too. And Farah's report leads us to a very fast short break right here on Easy Friday. Don't go too far. I'll be back with more reports. Friday. Now, Nakuru County is targeting a bigger share of revenue from meetings, incentives, conferences and exhibitions, a lucrative part of tourism mix across the globe. According to the chairman of Tourism and Marketing Board, David Mwangi, the county tops the list when it comes to the MICE economy in the country and aims to leverage its distinctive attributes to maintain a substantial portion of that market.
Speaking to the media in Nakuru, the chairman of Tourism and Marketing Board, David Mwangi, said the devolved unit's administration was spearheading bids to host regional and international conventions and is therefore channeling more resources towards the promotion of conference tourism to speed up the industry's recovery from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Nakuru is leading in the number of events and meetings in the whole of this country, and we are happy that this has employed many people. We are dealing with almost 1,600 hospitality establishments.
Mwangi disclosed that conference tourism is still a new concept in the industry and it revolves around service provision of hospitality services to business travelers attending seminars, workshops, conferences and conventions.
Investors have found it worth to come and invest billions of shillings to come and invest here in Nakuru. When you look at this facility, it's a wonderful facility. 205 rooms, 23 meeting rooms. So why is it that this investor chose Nakuru? It's because they have known Nakuru to be a key destination for meetings.
He also urged Kenyans to embrace domestic tourism and enhance revenue collection.
Without foreigners on these open roof vehicles, that will not look like tourism. But the real cake in tourism is domestic tourism. And domestic tourism is highlighted mostly in MICE and leisure tourism.
Mwangi has pledged to intensify campaigns with a view to educating and sensitizing the locals on available local destinations and the importance of tourism in a society. Kasichana Masha, Easy Friday.
Now, Kapseret Member of Parliament Oscar Sudi has spread festive cheer this Boxing Day, gifting 2 families houses and parcels of lands worth approximately 7 million shillings each. The gesture, which the lawmaker says was driven by gratitude and the spirit of giving, brought emotional scenes as the beneficiaries received what they described as life-changing gifts. The beneficiaries, Hamston Makam and Penina Manyara, received the gifts in recognition of years of loyalty, honesty and diligent service to the lawmaker.
In a season marked by celebration and reflection, Kapseret MP Oscar Sudi chose to give back in a way that would permanently transform lives. Before a gathered crowd of residents, family members and local leaders, the lawmaker handed over keys and land ownership documents to 2 families, marking a moment filled with tears, applause and gratitude.
Kuna askari yake mmoja alikuwa anaitwa Isaac. Kaniambia na mdoza amekupenda, unaweza enda kibarua unamfanyia. Na mimi nikamwambia hata niko tayari. Nikaacha kazi, nikaenda wapi? Nikamwambia mheshimiwa niko tayari kufanyia kazi. Nikakuja, sikuwa na chochote. Mheshimiwa akaniambia waje nikupatie fare uende kule kwangu Eldoret. Kuna kazi huko ningoje mimi nakuja.
Nimehangaika nikilipa rent. Lakini sikuwahi kuna siku nitafungua nyumba yangu kama hii. Mungu wa mbinguni tu bariki tu mheshimiwa. Naishi tu siku mingi kabisa.
The gifts, each valued at approximately Kenya shillings 7 million, included fully built houses and land, offering the beneficiaries permanent security and dignity. According to the lawmaker, the gifts were meant to recognize years of loyalty, honesty and dedication, values he says are increasingly rare.
Huyu makamu nilipata kujuana naye miaka 14 sasa iliyopita, miaka 15. Na wakati ama hapa kujenga kwangu hapa nyumbani, yeye amekuwa na mimi kuanzia miaka yote, amejenga pale, tumepanda miti na yeye kule. So nikasema pia kwa sababu ni mfanyakazi mwaminifu, wacha nimbariki, nimjengee nyumba na familia yake.
Sudi praised Makam's integrity, noting that despite being entrusted with valuable property and resources over the years, he never stole or abused the trust placed in him.
Sijajenga hii kwa sababu ninataka kitu yote. Nimejengea huyu kijana kwa sababu tumekuwa naye na amekuwa mwaminifu na ni mtu alijitolea kwa kazi yake, sio mtu wa kuangalia kando, hajakuwa mwizi, hajakuwa na ukora yoyote. Na nikasema nita make sure familia yake wamekaa vizuri, ndio akikuja kazini kule nyumbani pia anatoka mahali pazuri.
The legislator also commended them for years of diligence, discipline and commitment, saying her service had greatly contributed to the smooth running of his household affairs.
My sister akaniambia na my brother-in-law Bonga wakaniambia kwa mama Mungai wanaishi Langas na wanaishi pale babaya. So nikasema kwa sababu huyu kijana alifanya kazi kwa uaminifu, wacha nitamjengea huyu mama Mungai ili apate matunda ya mtoto wake mwenye alitufanyia kazi lakini yako enjoy alituacha. Sasa ndio nikamwambia mama Mungai nitakujengea nyumba, na ndio hii tumemjengea na makamu hapa.
Two families, once quietly serving in the background, now step into a future secured by homes of their own. Proof that integrity, patience and loyalty can indeed be rewarded.
Now, Rashid Mukoya Idi has been eulogized as a quiet professional whose work helped shape Kenya visual storytelling for more than a decade. Idi passed away on Wednesday, 25th December, while undergoing treatment at a health facility in Nairobi. Now, according to the Muslim faith, a prayer for the late, known as Janaza, was held in Kibbett ahead of his burial in Malaba on Saturday.
The media fraternity is once again mourning. Standard Group senior videographer Rashid Idi is no more. Colleagues, friends and Muslim faithful came together to hold the Janaza, a communal prayer for the deceased involving supplications for forgiveness for the dead and the living. The late Eid was described as a respected senior videographer whose professionalism, creativity and commitment is one that leaves a lasting impact on the organizations and colleagues alike. He will be remembered for his humility, teamwork and dedication to his craft.
This demise has really hit us as a team, and the loss is huge. I don't think if we will be able to replace it soon.
Ananipea shoku kubwa. Ananipea shoku kubwa kwa ajili si mtu aligonjeka, ni kuumwa na kichwa siku moja tu na naaga. Mimi ninepata shoku kubwa na ninehuzunika sana. Ninehuzunika sana kwa kifo ya Rashid.
Ndugu mwenye ambaye anaheshima, ndugu mwenye hana maneno, alikuwa mtulivu, kijana mtulivu, na alikuwa anasaidia familia yake vizuri na hata wazazi wake.
Idi joined the Standard Group on January 17th, 2013 and built a reputation as a dependable videographer with a calm presence in high-pressure assignments. His career highlight came in 2016 when he won the CNN Multi-Choice Africa Journalist of the Year award alongside reporter Ashim Wilu for the investigative piece Terror Crossing, which examines security lapses along the Kenya-Somalia border in Mandera County and investigated terror activities in the region. The documentary was selected from 1,637 entries submitted from 38 African countries. Colleagues further described him as a professional whose quiet demeanor masked his commitment to his work. After the janaza prayer today, the body will be ferried to Malaba for the interment of a person described by colleagues and friends as the perfect gentleman. Yusufar reporting for Easy Friday.
We are going to recap the best shows we have ever had here at Heart and Soul.
I used to come and pretend to be her cousin. Hi Kuzo.
Ukimwona alikuwa anaenda choo.
Alikuwa anaenda. That's now. From there now, minister.
Nionea kwa choo.
Lea Premium Flour, nurturing the world. Available in a store near you.
The young generation awakens on Y254, the leading youth TV station in Kenya. We treat you to current affairs, entrepreneurship, health, and human interest conversations.
It's art, it's culture.
Movies, gossip and trends, sports, drama.
We bring you a vibe like no other, straight to your living room.
To keep you informed, inspired, entertained, and most of all, refreshed.
We are such a vibe.
Y254. Imagine.
Welcome back to Easy Friday. Now, communities living in Riruta, Dagoretti South had all reasons to smile and rejoice after His Eminence Archbishop Andreas Macarius of the Orthodox Church in Kenya honored them with the annual luncheon. This and more in our County News Roundup.
Speaking during the luncheon, the man of the cloth, who has been supporting vulnerable families for over 3 decades, called on Kenyans to embrace the spirit of love and support for one another.
We need to be, all of us, united and to see that we are assisting one another.
Elsewhere, Kenyans have been urged to remember and embrace persons living with disabilities and the elderly during the festive season. The appeal was made in Changamwe, Mombasa during a special Christmas celebration organized by St. Mary's Catholic Church, which brought together vulnerable members of the community who are often overlooked during holiday festivities.
Kuna wale walizaliwa wakiwa na ulemavu na kuna wale ambao wanawahudumia wale ambao wana changamoto zile. Na mara nyingi tunakuta kwamba hawa watu wote hawapati nafasi ya kutangamana na watu. Kwa hivyo lengo kubwa la leo ni kwamba tuweze kushiriki pamoja katika sala, ibada ya misa tumeanza nayo. Pili, tuweze kushirikiana katika chakula cha mchana ili na wao wajisikie kwamba wako na mtu ambaye wanaweza tembea na yeye, wanaweza zungumza na yeye.
Meanwhile, Kipkelion East Member of Parliament Joseph Chororot has called on members of the public to reflect on the true meaning of Christmas by remembering the needy and less fortunate in society during the festive season. Speaking during a Christmas Day visit to Bethel Faith Children's Home in Londiani, Kericho County, Chororot said the needy should not be left out of the celebrations, noting that Christmas is a time for love, sharing and compassion.
I'm trying to interpret the meaning of Christmas, whereby we share with our colleagues, we share with our friends, we share with our families, we share with our neighbors.
And the Principal Administrative Secretary in the Office of the President, Arthur Osia, has called on residents of Busia and neighboring counties to embrace their cultural identities and pass them on to the next generation. Speaking during the Teso Cultural Festival, Osia said such events promote communities and their ways of life and work to build local economies.
Muhimu wa festival hii ni kwamba inawaleta watu pamoja. Jambo la pili, inakumbusha watu juu ya mila zao, sio mila za kuharibu bali mila zile za maana za kujenga, za kunufaisha na kusimamisha jamii za watu. Jambo la tatu, inakumbusha watu kuona kwamba katika ule umoja wao mila hizo hazina makosa, lakini inawasaidia watu ile watu mahali pamoja ili kwa wajijenge kama jamii, wasimame kama jamii na waendelee kimaendeleo katika jamii yao.
Finally, the Migori County government has begun distributing water tanks to early childhood development learning centers in a move aimed at cushioning young learners from perennial water shortages caused by prolonged drought in the region.
To supply over 400 tanks by end of 2032. And we hope that our schools, our hospitals, and maybe the churches being owned by the community will be part of the beneficiaries of these tanks.
The initiative is part of the county government's broader strategy to ensure residents' access to clean and safe water, particularly in public institutions that serve vulnerable populations. Jacqueline Masharia for Easy Friday.
President Donald Trump says the United States has carried out a deadly military strike against Islamic State militants in northwest Nigeria, accusing the group of persecuting Christians.
In a social media statement, Trump said he ordered a powerful and deadly strike targeting ISIS camps, warning that continued attacks on Christians will not be tolerated. U.S. Africa Command confirmed the operation took place in Sokoto State, near the Niger border, and was conducted in coordination with the Nigerian authorities. AFRICOM says multiple militants were killed. A U.S. official says Tomahawk missiles fired from a Navy vessel struck two ISIS camps. The operation marks a major escalation in U.S. involvement in Nigerians' fight against extremist groups. Case Kimire for Easy Friday.
Let's now take a look at all the sports stories making headlines tonight. Now, Nairobi Water and Cereals women teams and Cereals and Black Mamba men's teams left the country earlier this evening for Uganda ahead of the 43rd East and Central Africa Handball Club Championship. The teams left in 2 batches and will compete at the event set for 27th December 2025 to 2nd January 2026 at the Old Kampala Sports Arena. The 4 clubs have been training in Nairobi for 2 weeks now, with Cereals men heading to Uganda to defend the title they won last year, while Nairobi Water will be hoping to go one better and win the ladies' title after finishing second last year. A total of 16 clubs from 5 countries are expected to compete in the week-long championship. The Pharaohs of Egypt are the first side to secure a pass to get to the last 16 of the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. A Mo Salah penalty in the first half was enough to see off South Africa as Egypt strolled through following Zimbabwe's 1-1 draw with Angola in the earlier match. Egypt now top Pool B with 6 points from 2 matches, 3 points above South Africa, while Zimbabwe and Angola have a point each in position 3 and 4 respectively.
Dala! Oh, went for, tried to pass it into the net. Not managed to win the second game. They would rather have managed to when they failed to win. Let's have a look at this. Oh, what a finish! Now, his support here. Great ball, picks up Musona! Oh, knowledge! Musona! If ever there's a man who knows his way to go! Could be a chance for another here. What a save from Arubi. Manuel. It's a Freddy. That was not far off. See what Tawanda Chirewa could do here. Fabish! Oh! That wasn't far off. Fabish.
Great strike. He wanted to surprise the goalkeeper.
For charity, dial star 419 hash.
Nakuona.
Kuja hivi sasa. What is wrong? What is wrong?
Buddha. Sikuwa umedial star 419 hash. Chika. Yaani haujui kwa option 3 kuna Pro Box. Pro Box. Usisahau kwa star 419 hash option 3 iko Pro Box ya bahati. Na ikikuangukia ufunguo utakufikia mahali popote ulipo. Usisahau.
We take stock of disability awareness activities that have been happening across the country and their impact so far.
Disability is often a taboo topic in many African countries, including ours, and our traditions haven't always been supportive of persons with disability.
This law is both progressive in scope and progressive in vision.
You'll all have to agree with me that a lot has happened when it comes to breaking barriers and crafting inclusive societies.
Differently.
Welcome back to Easy Friday Sports News. Now, Christmas came early for 5 Kenyans after they shared a 33 million midweek jackpot, each taking home 6.6 million for correctly predicting all 13 matches. The winners were drawn from Meru, Western Kenya, Kikuyu, Donholm and Pipeline. One of the winners, Samuel Nganga, described the win as life-changing, saying it far surpassed his previous earnings and will help him support his family, improve his living standards and grow his business. For the 5 winners, the holiday celebrations now come with renewed hope and fresh opportunities as they plan their next steps in the new year.
Sikutarajia, lakini kwa mapenzi ya Mungu nimepata kushinda. Kwa hivyo nimefurahi na ni kama Christmas imekuja mapema leo. Hii ndo mara yangu ya kwanza kushinda pesa kama hizi. Nimekuwa nikishinda pesa kidogo hapa na pale, lakini sasa hii ndo pesa ambayo kweli naweza sema ni pesa nyingi ambazo nimeshinda.
SportPesa is all about giving back and transforming lives, and that's the reason as why we are here. We as SportPesa are extremely happy, and we wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And now, Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim will not let any player leave in the January transfer window unless the club signs replacements. Amorim will be without 7 senior players for the box. And those were all the sports stories we had for you tonight. I hope at 11 p.m. you will all be tuned to watch the Manchester United EPL match against Newcastle. I'm a Manchester United fan, so I hope they'll bless me with a good gift by getting 3 solid points tonight. It's a wrap here on Easy Friday. Thank you so much for staying with us. We do appreciate you. I wish you a happy holiday and a happy new year. I'll see you next year. Our sign language interpreter this evening has been Byron Abuli. Have a good night and a lovely weekend ahead.
Tushinde.com. Cheza safe, cheza smart. Gambling is addictive, not for persons under the age of 18 years.
Sasa kwa star 419 hash uko na game mpya. Tushinde spin corner. Simply spin. Kisha ngoja. Na kwa entry moja unaweza angukia na uspin hadi mara 3. Na ikigonga 25,000 na kufikia instantly. Cheza spin corner sasa hivi kwa star 419 hash option 4.
Tushinde.com. Cheza safe, cheza smart. Gambling is addictive, not for persons under the age of 18 years.
right on the deck. Sound. Let's go.
Cold Jazz. DJ Cold Jazz, the Global Affair DJ. Cold Jazz. Mix. Something gay.
awesome.